controller since 2018, and that thing is peeled and everything, but it will gladly work. But then this PS5 controller, either one of them, because I remember I bought one and then the other, all of a sudden now it's just like messed up. Like, what do you mean? It's ridiculous. I can't even throw like a grenade properly on this thing. Like, what am I even shooting for? What else can I say? In terms of multiplayer, like this game, I can tell you this right now. There have been points where the matches are either really one-sided and I'm winning or the other team is winning. Or there have been moments where the game is just so like lost. Like the minute we're playing, there was one time where all these players left, and it was just me. How do I show you the scoreboard? I was one of the players, right? 3 players versus 10 players, and they were just spawn camping us over and over. And I was like, I should leave, but then also, what else can I do? I need that XP, you know. And then it's annoying. Like, what was the point of this? What else? What can I say about the multiplayer? Guns. Inconsistent. So inconsistent. Like, when I remember using the thumpers in Black Ops Cold War, it used to be so cool. Just like going thump thump, that's it. Guns. What the hell happened to the guns, man? The amount of them, so inconsistent. Like, we used to have so many gun types, and now there's not even that many. If you're lucky, you'll get a good shotgun and then that's it. And sometimes people will say, well, hey, if you want to get more shotguns, just change your, what's it called? Change your class, change your gunsmith, and maybe your shotgun will be suited for your needs. I'm not saying I need a different shotgun, like my shotgun to be customized to my needs. I'm saying there should be more to choose from. And then there's another problem with that. Call of Duty for some reason has this idea that, oh, when people say they want more guns, you need to bring guns from other games. Like, as we've seen before, there was a point where they brought guns from Advanced Warfare. I'm just like, what? But, okay. Why are you bringing guns from Advanced Warfare? That's makes no sense. And it's like, oh, but you guys like Advanced Warfare, right? It's like, yeah, the people that wanted a new game, not that they wanted content from the game to be ported to other games. Like, that's kind of the thing. For example, with COD Mobile, for example, they brought a lot of Black Ops skins, right? And that wasn't the time when they were still chilling. You know, with Activision, they're like, hey guys, we got a contract with you, and we want to make COD Mobile be the best game there is. So how about we bring some skins for people? They're like, okay. So let's put the Black Ops skins. People will love those operators. But in terms of how they make sense, they don't. Because, sure, they look cool, but now you have these skins that are supposed to be running on walls and everything. So what's the point? It's weird. Just weird. What else? I think it's down to, like, content. Like, the misconception of what people want. They don't know it. They just don't. Oh, that was sick. But what else can I say? As you see right now, I'm playing Noobtown. If they could come up with something original, that'd be nice. Like, for example, the fact that people are like, oh, you guys like Shipment, so play Stakeout. Yeah, sure. But that doesn't excuse anything. Right. What else can I say? What else can I say? Things to talk about, COD-wise. There's actually a lot to talk about un-COD-wise, but yeah. Oh, speaking of COD, actually, since we're on that topic, Warzone Mobile got shut down. I can't believe I'm saying this, but actually at the same time I can. But it's kind of like, how to explain this to you. If I had a nickel quarter. For every time that a game of a beloved franchise, multiplayer franchise that I like, got shut down just after like less than a year of being launched, I'd have two of those, 2 quarters or 2 coins, which is weird that it happened more than once, but fascinating nonetheless. Because tell me how Apex Legends, right? Apex Legends Mobile was such like a crazy hype thing. They were like, oh my god, guys, check it out. We're gonna get COD Mobile versus Apex Legends Mobile. COD Mobile's gonna go, blah 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 blah, right? And then, what is it called? When that came out, it was hype, sure. We had a new map and everything. We even had like a smaller like multiplayer mode because they knew people would not play it for the Battle Royale, and that's it. Like, there's only so much you can play of Battle Royale, and then people will play it. Like, they will stop eventually. Like, there's a certain mode you gotta chill out with. For example, before PUBG Mobile, before COD Mobile, before all that crazy stuff, there was a mobile game that I used to play called Rules of Survival, right? And it was basically PUBG. There's no doubt about it. It was just bootleg PUBG. But it was so fun. I remember the first few times playing it. There was barely any microtransactions. I think there was like some microtransactions for just like what's it called? You know, regular skins, I'd say. And that was it. It was normal. It was just a cool game, and people could play it. And it was pretty humbling at the time. All you had to do was just like earn coins. And that was it. And you would get like supply boxes, and you would be so hyped for the simplest thing. You'd be like, oh my god, I played these many matches and I got these many coins. And oh my god, I got these skins, man, it's so cool. And at some points they started doing like Christmas events, so you would be hyped to get like Christmas Santa hats or stuff. And then when Fortnite Mobile was gonna become a thing, everybody was like, oh, Fortnite Mobile. So then let's change it up a bit. They created bootleg Fortnite, like doing creative destruction. Same company. I think it was NetEase Games. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. NetEase Games were the ones that made those games. But what is it? That happened, and the game launched and everything, and people thought that it would affect Fortnite. But fun fact, it actually didn't affect Fortnite as much as they thought. It was their own actions that affected it. But now you're asking yourself, how does this connect to Apex Legends Mobile? Well, Apex Legends Mobile, when it came out, or at least in the beta, it wasn't perfect. It never was. I'm gonna say that right now. Apex Legends Mobile was, I wouldn't say a disaster, but it was very annoying to play at first. Like, I remember the amount of like frame drops and the way it looked. It was something else, man. But damn if it didn't like it had good mechanics. Everything from the consoles, like the PC versions, was there. It was really fun. People were like, oh my god, I can't wait to play this and that. And they were like, oh, play bot matches and stuff. Like, I remember they started off with like search and destroy and everything. They had their own modes. But there's a problem with that. What about the Battle Royale mode? The main thing that made Apex Legends Mobile so... Apex Legends itself actually more popular. Well, it was fun actually, believe it or not. The traversal was good. If you had Pathfinder and everything, they made sure of that. They made sure that people could like have good running speed and all that. And what is it? But the issue was keeping people's attention. So the best they could do was not only just adapt stuff, they were trying new things. Like, for example, one of the things the Apex Legends community right now, I think I've heard of, is the fact that they wanna get the operators from the mobile game. Because believe it or not, to keep Apex Legends popular, they did a thing, right, where they would launch operators solely for the characters or legends, solely for the game, for the mobile version, and it was kind of cool. Like, for example, you know how Wraith was a thing? Well, the version, one of the operators that they launched for that game, not operators, what I keep saying, oh my god, too much god. One of the legends that they launched was this guy who used the same abilities like Wraith, but he could get a, what's it called? He could go back in time to where he used to be. Nowadays, COD Mobile does that as well. Like, they're like, hey, here you go, instead of using a ring, you have to put a tower down. But it was such a cool concept. It was like, oh man, he can do this. He can go back in time where he was. And depending on how good you were with this, you could use the slipstream so fast, and you could cover like good distance from your teammates. You could be reviving them or anything and even go back. It was such a fun concept. But what is it? That wasn't enough. So they started putting microtransactions like any other game. Like, you should have known this was gonna have microtransactions because of how it is. Like, these games, mobile games, that's one of the reasons why people get put down by mobile games. It's the amount of microtransactions you need to complete things. What's it called? That happened. So they started adding battle passes and stuff. And the thing was that if you wanted to get a battle pass, you had to buy their currency. And then sometimes if you didn't play the battle pass in a certain period, you wouldn't get the legend for that season, which is also kind of stupid. The legends would be tied to that season, so you would miss out on that season's legends, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, what is it? It was sad that they did that strategy. That's never a good strategy for your business. Like, you want to keep people up to date on your content in their own way, you know? Like, if you want to keep people's attention, keep the operators there, but also have a good way of obtaining them. Like Multiverses, for example, everybody was like, oh yay, I'm gonna get to be able to play as Scooby-Doo and everything. But then getting the characters was whack. It was just terrible. But what else can I say? Yeah, so that happened, and that wasn't enough. So they started like adding more characters. I mean, not characters. They didn't like that too. Some people didn't like that we only got their new characters, so they were saying, okay, when are we gonna get the legends we're used to, right? Like, oh, when are we gonna get Revenant? Or when are we gonna get, what's it called? I don't even think, yeah, Octane wasn't even there for a certain period of time.
Concussion grenade sighted.
Enemy RCXD detected.
But yeah,
Take a B.
that happened. So, it's passing time, they added a new map, a new Battle Royale map, smaller modes, stuff like that. You know, things for people to enjoy instead of having to just play that. And that was one of the things that sucked, by the way. Playing Apex Legends on ranks, or even in general, was just so sweaty. Like, that's one of the reasons why people got put off by COD with its movement. It's because it reminds them a lot of these crazy games with movement systems that are so broken. What the hell? Oh
Hey,
damn.
alert, Black Ops. We got a mole.
I keep forgetting how good that perk is.
Got a mover.
What else? So yeah, Apex Legends Mobile eventually launched another character. You know, the regular characters from the game. But then there was another character they launched that was this chick who had like a drone that she could use to, what's it called? She could create these like walls to distract people. So you couldn't see anything, but they could.
Thermite.
It was fun. And then, what is it? You could do that, but there was something missing to the game. I don't know. I don't know if it was like they were, maybe it wasn't just them. There's something to it that was missing. Like, the amount of interaction that game needed was way more than what was given to it. So eventually they announced a shutdown. And I think it was like May of 2023. And it was crazy. Because there was a video, right, of a guy in a VR OST suit. He said the following, he's like, hey, you think your luck is bad? Just remember, there's this guy who spent $1,000 on a video game that shut down in a year. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this. Apex Legends Mobile launched May of 2022 and then shut down May
Hostile
2023.
counter UAV established above.
It lasted less than a year. Not even, because when it shut down officially, I don't even think it closed in May. Like servers and everything.
Securing B.
And then again, maybe I might be misinformed,
Enemy
but
found.
the amount of
Dad always taught us to make
time I spent on it, free-wise, was kind of sad. Like sometimes I do regret having grinded everything for that game. And then what is it? One of the things that I will say this right now, the day you know the game that you were playing is bad is the matching times, because one of the things sadly that games rely on a lot nowadays is bots. For two reasons. One is because they want to fill the player counts, and two, because they want to make it easier for their quests or missions. And in this case, that didn't go well for them. So, yeah, I say that was one of the sad things about this game. And yeah, so how does this connect to Warzone Mobile shutting down? Well, get this. I don't know what happened, but my theory goes as follows, right?
We're losing Alpha.
So COD Mobile
Scout pulse in your AO.
was like a crazy game in 2019, October, right? When it launched, people were like, oh my god, I'm finally gonna be able to play COD. It's gonna be crazy, right? Some people grew up with COD and they're thinking, I'm gonna have COD on my phone. Like, in my opinion, I thought COD was gonna be like Pokemon Go in terms of crazy. Then again, that's kind of an overstatement, because Pokemon Go literally people had them going to parks and everything. Like, there's a video of a guy in Central Park just making a phone call, while like thousands of people came to Central Park for a rare Pokemon. But it was crazy, dude. So when COD Mobile launched, it was like a dream come true. You could launch like Predator missiles in the practice area, and everybody was like, oh my, this is gonna be awesome. And don't get me wrong, at first COD Mobile was not perfect. What is it? When I remember first getting the game, I remember they had a battle pass
Fight back, damn it.
for what's it called? The first season. And it was Ghost from Modern Warfare 2, the original suit that he wore in Brazil, I think. In the favela map, I think it was. But yeah. They were going there. And it was such a cool suit, but the problem was that the battle pass wouldn't display at all. The battle pass wouldn't display your character. For example, I asked my friend once, he was playing COD and I was just playing it free. He was like, hey man, look, I got the battle pass because it's Ghost and it's such an iconic character. And also the blueprints weren't really good that time. But yeah, he gets Ghost and I'm like, hey, how does Ghost look like in first person, right? And I kid you not, the entire gimmick around COD skins, even the one I'm wearing right now on the screen, is that you will never see their faces, or you will never see their heads or anything. All you're gonna see is their hands, right? So the simplest thing is to at least make sure that the skin you're wearing works in game, right? And I kid you not, none of the skins were working at all. Oh wait, hold on, gotta check this. Blast trap, shotguns, okay. Real quick, let me change my loadout. This is getting ridiculous. Blast trap, blast trap, blast trap. There you go. Or I could just change this, hold on. Quartermaster. Yep, there you go. See what I mean though? Look at the screen that I am right now. 4 pistols, 2 RPG weapons or launchers, and 3 specials. And one of them is locked behind leveling up or a paywall. Because hey, you want this? You want this gun? You know what you could do? You could purchase 2 blueprints for it. Guess what? F you, give me money. Literally, like Angry Joe said. I can't believe it. But what else? Yeah, Warzone Mobile, man. The thing about Warzone Mobile was that it was supposed to be like Fortnite Mobile, right? Imagine, you would have been able to play at the time when Fortnite came out in its peak 2018, right? You were able to play Fortnite on PC, consoles, Xbox, PS5, whatever those you had, and a Nintendo Switch in a single game, all in the same party.
See it through.
People would have lost their minds, man. You couldn't believe it. It was like something out of this earth. Like, it was one of the most convenient games you could think about at the time. That's why it was such a revolutionary thing, crossplay and everything. Hold on. Come on, Paul Rudd. Oh, wait. Why did I say Paul Rudd?
Hostiles have the hard point.
What is it? But yeah. It was such a convenient game. So, then years later they had that fight with Epic, but now it's back, I guess. Fight with Apple. But, yeah. So then Activision was like, hey, wait a minute, what if we had a mobile game like that could connect everywhere? But there was a problem with that. You already have another game, another COD Mobile, so what would be your main gimmick, right? And they're like, hey, wait a minute, we have another game, it's called Warzone, but the question is, how would you port it? Easy, you wouldn't port it, it would be its own game. And that was already a weird plan to begin with, because COD has always been about, oh, how you can play the game and it's fun and all that, but it was never free. COD has never been free. It is literally just the same game but with an updated new skin every time. There is no way of lying about that. That is literally what COD is. The only reason why COD Mobile is free is because of collabs and stuff. But what is it? That happens. And, you know, people wanted a new game, so they got it. It was Warzone Mobile. They were like, hey, Warzone Mobile, how's it gonna work? It's gonna use the same engine and stuff, it's gonna have the same inspects and all the other cool stuff. But the thing is, it's not gonna be directly crossplay. They're like, what? What do you mean it's not gonna be crossplay? So it's gonna be its own mobile game then, right? Yeah. Okay, so how is it crossplay then? How does it connect to the other games? And get this, Warzone Mobile's entire point was to be basically nothing more than a progress point. That's what that was. That's what Warzone Mobile was. It was a progress point. And it was kind of sad because... what is it? You'd think that they were going to be smarter with this, right? You think it's COD. You generate billions of dollars every year. Like, every time you release a game, right, you'd at least put some effort or some ideas into a game like that, right? Like, it's a game that's gonna connect to your other games. So, yeah, you think, okay, well, if it's nothing more than a level up game, then at least make it good, right? At least make it work. So, we started working with it, blah blah blah, they announced the game, it was gonna be a big deal, multiple events and everything, COD events. I remember like 2023 summer? Or at least like summer 2024, yeah, wait a minute, it's been a minute. Yeah, this time it was more. It was supposed to come out later that year, but then they delayed it because apparently it was not gonna work. And you could see that, man. What is it? There was already clips going around of what Warzone looked like. People wanted to try it and everything. Because they were like, oh my god, we got the Gulag. We got... what is it? What is this? Where's this person? What in the world's going on with this map? But yeah. It was such a idea to have Warzone on your phone. Because the thing about COD Mobile now, as it nowadays, like if you think about COD Mobile, it looks weird because COD Mobile looks like it was made for 2019 or 2018. How to explain this? So I think it was around, what is it? 2019. Yeah. Right. Wait a minute. Okay, so 2019 was when the first Modern Warfare released. 2020 was when we got Cold War. 2021 was sadly Vanguard. 2022 was Modern Warfare 2022. And then Modern Warfare 2023, we're just gonna say that, and nothing more. But yeah, because of the fact that the COD mobile game launched around that time, it ended up looking a lot like the COD of that time. So why does it look like that? Because of Black Ops 4. It's that simple. So people were like, okay, but we need a new COD. We need a new COD with a fresh painted coat of paint. But that wasn't gonna work because it's not just about making it look different. It's about the mobility. It's about the way you inspect guns. It's about the way the game is, in a sense, right? So now you're asking yourself, okay, if that's gonna happen, how's it gonna work? They imported an engine and everything, and expected it to just work, and it didn't. Like a good man once said, everything just works. Yeah, right. Not in this case. Freaking, what's it called? They launched the game, and they gave betas and everything, and it was a whole fiasco. So they were like, we gotta delay it. But then when that didn't work, they just released it regardless, until the day it was shut down even. Like, that's how bad it was, because, you know, people used to post, like, videos of Apex Legends being laggy. I am telling you right now, Warzone Mobile, no matter what you did to that game sometimes, could look horrible no matter what rig you had. Keep in mind, some people have the newest phones, the newest, like, gaming thing, because for some reason Apple kept promoting that, right? They kept promoting, like, oh, how the game is gonna be really good in this certain phone and stuff, but so what is it? All that time passes, and Warzone Mobile comes out, and the way it worked was, it was a free game. You could play Battle Royale and everything on it, but they knew that would also not keep people's attention, so they released multiplayer modes for it. And that was also a terrible idea, because what do you get? You get people who basically came for one thing, and it was to just use it for grinding. It was literally what Warzone Mobile was. If you had the mobile game, it was nothing but grinding. You wanted to level up your battle pass? Here you go, level up the mobile version. You wanted to what is it? You wanted to see how, like, Warzone Mobile would look like? There you go. That was it. It was nothing more than just something for your hands and eyes to entertain yourself with. Warzone Mobile was not a working game. If it was considered a working game, just show them clips of the game how bad it could crash. That's it. And yeah, every day there was complaints about the game, to the point where we are now. Warzone Mobile is shut down. It is shutting down. Like, they announced it. No more updates, no more nothing. Like, right now, if you go to it, you can see that there's like the battle pass and everything from what I'm currently playing as. But it wasn't made for this game either. A lot of people were complaining about that too. Oh no. But yeah. So eventually Warzone Mobile had to shut down. They announced it. They're like, hey man, so we realized that that the game that we created wasn't suitable for people, and that that the game is not gonna keep running. Let's be honest, it's not gonna work out, guys. It literally sounded like they were just breaking up. Like, if you check out the tweet, it's just sad. You're like, damn, okay, let's see how it is. And yeah, and the worst part about this, like the funniest thing, but at the same time the worst, it's the fact that the people who supported the game so much were like, hey, you haters, you wanted the game to shut down, well, there it is, you happy now? And me personally, I always kept telling people, like, no, if you try to say that Warzone Mobile is better than COD Mobile, I'm honestly gonna say no to that, because I was playing COD Mobile since 2019, during COVID and everything, their anniversaries and all that. Let me tell you, they've kept the game very, very entertaining. They've added free content for people, they've created stuff, and it's been a hell of a ride. And honestly, it was
Hardpoint
amazing.
located.
Oh, and you want to know what else killed Warzone Mobile? And actually, what killed Warzone Mobile, what killed Rules of Survival, and what killed Creative Destruction? Two of the games made by NetEase, by the way.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Their microtransactions and their skins made no sense. Like, I'm telling you this right now. When the games launched, they were super serious. Or at least most of it was. Like, Creative Destruction made sense, you know, it wasn't that serious. But Rules of Survival, man, the way it was crazy. We had a zombie game and everything to look the way we did. And it was fun, exciting. But man, there was a point where it became excessive. Like, it was so poppy and flashy, the skins made no sense. You had to pay thousands of dollars for their content. It was ridiculous, man.
Hardpoint identified.
Same thing with Creative Destruction, man. Some of these supply drops were just randomized. That's another thing. We're still using supply drops for skins, and that's why people got annoyed by it. It's like, why are you using a supply drop for a skin in a game in the big 2020? Even in the big 2010s, like late 2010s? For sure, Advanced Warfare had that, and a lot of other games already had that at the time. But, I don't know, it was dumb. Those games were not meant to have those supply drops, so that's the death of games right there. But, yeah, Warzone Mobile decided to have crazy lucky draw skins and microtransactions, so... Yep, they failed immediately. People started hating that. They were like, bruh, we have COD Mobile. We have lucky draws in COD Mobile. Don't add it. It's a terrible idea. They didn't listen. Look at that.
Hardpoint located.
And what is it? When that got added, the issue with that is that we had seen so often
Hardpoint is active.
in COD Mobile,
Hardpoint is
microtransactions, lucky draws, all those things. Skins that had like
Hostiles have the
crazy
hardpoint.
eliminations and everything. And here's the thing, I'm used to that. It's COD Mobile. To me, I'm used to it. I have a few of them. And even then, that's a lot to say because, you know, I have those just because I enjoy them. And honestly, I won't judge people for it. But I understand that people that don't like it, like, they need something to keep them playing, at least for those who don't have the battle pass or anything, free content, right? Like, you want to come in and play something that feels new, but at the same time that also feels like you could just jump in and get used to it any minute. And guess what? They couldn't do that either. Because Warzone Mobile decided that the first thing they wanted was just to make skins for money. So yeah, there you go. Warzone Mobile ended up shutting down, not because of haters, but because of terrible management, terrible teams,
Hardpoint locked down.
terrible microtransactions, terrible handling of everything, dude.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
They didn't know what they were doing from the beginning. They did not know what they were doing from the beginning. That's crap. And what is it? Yeah. They should have just let that project go. Never announced it. Like, they weren't ready for that task. Oh, and one of the theories that I had about Activision and Tencent was that, when it came to COD Mobile, my theory was that, they were having like a fight, kind of like Epic and stuff, but except here's the thing. Fortnite was owned by Fortnite and that's it, by Epic and that's it. Not by Apple, not by anybody else. That port of the game was that port of the game.
Hardpoint is active.
But when it came to like,
Locked down.
it's called, Oh crap. Wait. Well, when it came to COD Mobile, there was ownership of two different parties involved in that game. Wow, I got RPG'd midair.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
And
Hold the line, Crimson.
that
This is ours to
that
lose.
game was like shared ownership. So Activision wanted to put their hands in the water. They didn't want to dip their toes in. They wanted to go all in on this. And look how that got them. They wanted full ownership. They wanted to be greedy. So there you go.
Hard point identified.
Now, this is what happens when you try to make your own mobile game and you don't know what you're doing.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. RCXD moving out. Hard point active.
And yeah, that shut their game down. So yeah, in a few days you'll probably never see Warzone Mobile again. They won't update it. They said they'll have it in people's phones, but one of these days they'll shut down the servers for that too. Since it's not even its own game. It's not connected to anything else, it's just an extension. It's like that little thing that everybody just has around. Made no sense to make it, honestly. What a waste.
All threats
And a sad waste too, because it was an interesting engine and everything. Like the way COD looks is so raw now, right? The detail that they put in these games, the inspects and everything, it's incredible. But it's just sad. Like, I don't know. They should have just never made Warzone Mobile. They should have just helped at least a little bit in COD, because COD Mobile can be better. Like, there's things that it does need help. I'm never saying that COD Mobile was good perfectly. No, COD Mobile is good, but not good perfect. There's some things that need to be changed. But yeah, there goes Warzone Mobile. Another game shut down in less than a year from a big franchise. And all I'm gonna say is, it was y'all's fault, Activision. You decided to play around. There you go. And sure, I'll be playing this game, but that don't mean nothing. Because it's nothing more and nothing less than an example of what things look when they're done better and what things look like when they're done terribly. But yeah, that's that on Activision. In terms of what COD Mobile could fix, for example, I think it could fix a lot of things. For example, like, wait, what's Splitgate? I'm looking at my screen. Apparently there's a game called Splitgate being announced. What do you know? Another fast-paced shooter, as usual. But yeah, COD Mobile, for it to be fixed, I think what it would need is, for starters, graphics change. It needs a huge graphics change. Like, the way it's been looking for the past few years is the same. They need to add more depth designs to their things. It needs a great graphic overhaul, because I understand it was made in 2019 and with that design in mind, but they need to change it up, because there's something about it, the way it looks, like its graphics and everything, that needs to change. Like, it needs a tint. I remember when they added the customization for the UI and everything on COD, it was a huge change, because they basically, what they did was they could change the color of your game. You could just make it look like Warzone, because Warzone has like a certain tint to it. But then Warzone came out, it's like, we don't need that. But now people are more humble with this game, in terms of COD Mobile being what it is now. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, when it first came out, you couldn't have the skins generate properly. Like, if you had a battle pass, it was not working. The game was not working. You were a default soldier, no matter what skin you had, you were just there. But then, something interesting happened. If you had... what's it called? If you had, like, Ruin from Black Ops 3, right? That was one of their first few packs that they sold. They basically sold this pack, right, where you could be the operator Ruin, but he had a camo, like a camo design on his skin, and it was cool. But when you generated the character, your hands would look like the ones on my screen right now. How to explain this? Yeah, you see the design, right? These looks like Battery's hands. The one on the left is Battery, the one on the right is Seraph, but mostly the same design. You could actually look like that. It was pretty fun. But what's it called? You could buy the skin, and you would look by default. You would look like one of the Black Ops 3 operators. So people were like, "Oh, what if we get that skin? That'd be cool, right?" And I personally love that skin. I'll never forget this, bro. When I got that skin, it was 15 bucks. 15 bucks, I think, for a pack to look like Ruin and to have like a robot operator. Me personally, I was thinking that's my skin for the rest of the game, right? That's my skin and that's it. And it was sick, honestly. I remember playing it for the first time as that skin. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I literally just got bombarded when I said that and got that gun. But yeah, I was like, this is such a cool design. I'm a Black Ops 3 operator. I look cool. But it never came to my mind, like, wait a minute, my hands are supposed to be green and my hands are supposed to be like a demolitions expert robot hands. So why can't I look like that? And for many days, for many weeks, that's how it was. We just never had crazy skins. We had a few skins, and that was a Ruin one. We did a Halloween update. But then something interesting happened. See, COD Mobile had an update around like November or December. And what is it? When it came to that, I was like,
Archangel prepping fire.
I want to get that. And so, something interesting happened in that time. A company by the name of Fruit Lab came out around that time, around the fall. And it was such an interesting concept, right? Basically, I don't know if you ever guys heard this. There was a thing, an app. You would get paid for walking. Literally, that's how they described it. But in reality, it was like a whole loophole. Basically, what you would get paid for was to walk a little bit, and you would get paid in random gift cards. And by random, I mean seriously random. Like, you could choose either a keychain gift card for like a necklace or something, or you could get a, what's it called? You could get a, like a coupon for a restaurant nearby, stuff like that, right? And it was mundane things like that.
Losing B.
Where is my RPG? But what is it? Yeah, so you can have that battle pass thing. Not battle pass thing, my bad. Hold on. Let's get my topics here. But you could get the, what's it called? You could get gift cards from it and everything, but it wasn't cool, right? Like, you would just pray you get a good thing for once. That was it. It was like the most mundane thing, mostly for track runners and stuff. But yeah, so around the fall, a company called Fruit Lab launches. And Fruit Lab was basically all about gaming. You wanted to see videos about gaming? There it is. You wanted to see Fortnite videos? There it is. And you would think, oh, what is this, like Twitch? And I would say no, it was more like YouTube for gaming. And the way it would work is you would play games, whatever, and then you would open your channel, post a clip, and people would like it or whatever, or you, as a viewer, would watch videos about people playing games, and you could watch as many as you wanted. Watch the whole video. Sometimes you wouldn't even have to watch the video. You could watch ads for the video, and you would get these things called pips, which were basically like in-game currency. Not in-game, but like the website. And this currency was basically like a few cents, right? but very inflated. Don't think it wasn't. But around the time, if you had like, let's say 500 pips, you had $5. If you had 1,000 pips, you had $10. And it was a whole thing. It was like, wait a minute, what do I do with this money? And this is where the gift cards would come in. The gift cards they offered weren't just any gift cards. They were gaming gift cards for Apple, for Nintendo, for PlayStation, Xbox. Any gift card you wanted, you could use it. And it got better. Let's say, for example, you referred to a friend. Through your link, you could get 500 pips. So for every time you were referring somebody on your link, you would get like $5 out of it. And it was sick. It was like, wow, what a concept, man. You're telling me that I could just send my link to people or even watch videos, and in 1 week I could make $10 just for my games? I'm in. And I kid you not, that thing blew up so quickly. I remember in school, right? This was my senior year. We had a thing where me and my friends would be like, hey, send this link to this person or send this link to this person, and they'll probably join us, and then just have everybody watch videos. And it wouldn't even take a lot of your time. It would just take like maybe a few minutes to watch these videos. And it was such a cool concept. So we would eventually do things like this. Like I remember I had a friend, he's like, hey man, I think I got like 1,500 pips, which is like $50. If you do this thing for me, or if you trade with me, I'll get you a skin for Fortnite if you give me some of these pips. And technically it made sense because, man, the taxes for Fortnite skins was crazy. Nobody ever thinks about the taxes for those skins, but yeah, those things are taxable. But yeah, we had a whole trading system, everything. It was cool. And, what's it called? Eventually, during COVID, I think, that system fell. Because I remember one time me and my friend decided to FaceTime from high school, once. And when we're FaceTiming, I mentioned pips again, Fruit Lab. He's like, wait a minute, how many pips did you say you had last time? I said I had 80,000. I said I had 8,000 pips. I kid you not, out of nowhere, I had 80,000 pips. And I'm like, dude, I have 80,000 pips. I'm gonna go buy something. I'm gonna go get these gift cards and everything, right? Because I kid you not, Fortnite was crazy around that time. Like, one of the luckiest things I ever did was get the Travis Scott skin and the Cable skin all in one sitting. And I think I got most of the set. But yeah. What is it? That happens. And my friend and I look at each other, and there was an announcement on the website. They had created an inflation for the pips. And it was twisted. I was like, damn, so now we can't even earn a little bit. And it's like, how long would it even take us to get back to $10? It was ridiculous, honestly. You were not getting any pips nowhere. The videos you posted, the comments, anything, the likes, nothing mattered. Nothing mattered at all in that game. In that website. It didn't matter. Pip system was ruined. And then actually a few months ago, I think 8 months ago, it got shut down. But yeah. That was that. And now you may be asking yourself, why am I speaking about this website with gift cards and everything that's shut down? Well, that's how my journey with COD Mobile actually started. See, around I think November or December, whenever Season 2 of COD Mobile launched, the first Season 2, right? First one, because nowadays they're doing repeats, it's ridiculous. Basically what happened was, I had 1,000 pips. And I was usually just getting V-Bucks after V-Bucks. I was getting skins back to back, no problem. And that happens. I'm like, okay, well, if that's gonna be the case, I have 1,000 V-Bucks for 1,000 pips. What do I do? And a friend of mine goes, hey man, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't decide whether or not I should get 1,000 V-Bucks or COD points. He's like, dude, why don't you get COD points? And I'm like, why? He's like, think about it. 1,000 V-Bucks would probably just buy a skin, and since you already get the battle pass for free since you complete it every time, no point, right? You grind so much. I'm like, you're right. And I'm like, what about the COD stuff, right? What about the skins and everything? I didn't even mention that to him, but I'm just thinking about that. But he's like, yeah, go for it, dude. Get that. You're gonna get content and everything, and you'll be good. I kid you not. The same exact time that Battle Pass came out, that exact month, the game finally updated COD Mobile. They changed the game, how it looked. I'm talking like the battle pass skins were no longer locked to a default skin like randomly. It was amazing. Like, out the first two skins that released were Alex Mason and Ruin, but in a whole new like concept skin. It was something else, man. It was awesome. The Battle Royale skin for Ranked was better. And there was even a skin for the AK-47 that was cool. It was awesome. It was something else. And so yeah.
They're taking C.
Eventually, what is it? When that game came out, when that update came out, I got the Battle Pass. It was awesome. So it was thanks to Pips that I actually have the Battle Pass now. Like, that's the reason why I've been able to play COD Mobile every single update, and why I get the Battle Pass and talk about it sometimes. But yeah, it's one of the greatest things ever, because COD Mobile hasn't, honestly, they haven't missed. Like, I can't complain too much because I get them for free. I get the battle passes for free now, thanks to this one friend who's like, yo bro, get this, you know, if you're gonna use it for free. And yeah, so every time COD Mobile updates, to me it's like something brand new. And yeah, it's been a fun time with COD Mobile. In terms of, what is it called, skins for the battle passes, I'd say one of the coolest things about that game is how they bring skins from every single game. I'm not kidding. One of the most hyped battle passes they ever did was they brought David Mason, the protagonist from Black Ops 2, and Alex Mason's son, and Reaper from Black Ops 3. Reaper being my favorite operator from Black Ops 3, man. I was so hyped. However, I'll say this right now. When Reaper came out, oh my god, man. Reaper, when he was launched, had a weird voice. It wasn't his voice. Like, you know how Reaper's voice sounds like? Like, it has a huge filter on it, but it's like supposed to be emotionless. He's supposed to be like, enemy, locked dead, or something like that. It was crazy. It was cool, right? And then you hear him in the game, and everybody's like, wait a minute, this isn't Reaper. What does this sound like? And everybody started realizing, wait a minute, this sounds like the bus driver from the Zombies map. Could this be like a possible Zombies map thing? Is that what we're seeing here? But yeah. It was crazy. What is this gun? Oh, this is the thing with the crossbow.
I'm on your side.
Honestly, I don't know how this thing works, but yeah, what is it? Okay, yeah, a lot of free content. They've been bringing skins from a lot of the games, but sadly something weird has been going on where they start making their own original skins. And I know what people are saying, what do you mean their own original skins? Why is that a problem, huh? Dude, some of these skins that they make are weird because they don't make any sense. Like, for example, they dressed up David Mason once in a gala costume. Like, there was some cool skins, right, that are interesting, like the Cyborg one. That was one of their first skins that did something cool, where their body character was like super modified with cybernetics. But it's weird, honestly. And now they went on a good run with those skins. They went on a good run with the Modern Warfare skins. They brought skins from Infinite Warfare, all those stuffs, like original concept skins are really weird nowadays because they keep making some strange decisions with them.
Bravo underway.
So hopefully we get more of those, but I've been seeing that lately we are going to get more original skins. Like, for example, we're getting Black Ops 3 Kitsune from the Battle Pass of Cold War. So that's pretty good. Don't worry, I got this dude right here.
Take it out.
Just tank. Did he just tank my grenade?
Come and get it. Off and smoke.
Oh. Yeah, I probably should have kept my distance from that.
Smoke's going out.
I hate dudes to just sit up there. Come on, man. What else? What else? What's another topic I could think about? Oh, COD Mobile. That's a good topic that I already finished. So now back to the main COD Black Ops 6. What happened to the campaign, man? I don't get it.
Smoke grenade.
What happened with just having a story? Like with having a protagonist and just being there. Like, I thought originally we were gonna get like Frank's new like protege character that they kept mentioning. I was like, oh, he's gonna be the character, cool, cool, cool. He looks chillin' and everything. He's all cool. And then no, he ended up just being a side character. He's a cool character, but a side character nonetheless. He's like literally sidelined for our character that doesn't talk. But what is it? It's a weird decision because technically the game takes place between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, and yet it's called Black Ops 6. And then we have skins from Modern Warfare, and also we have collabs that make no sense because some of them weren't from that year. And we have futuristic guns and designs. I don't know. The campaign went on a complete nosedive. All of a sudden we started doing zombies in the campaign. Like hallucinogens, it made sense, but then we started fighting this chick for her memory. Apparently we were like dissecting her mind, like breaking her conditioning. It made no sense, man. Like the first few missions were cool. They were like, oh my god, we're gonna go see Adler. And then we're gonna go see, what's it called? We're gonna go see this guy that's related to Adler, and oh, they blamed Adler for everything. Where was Adler and all this? He was blamed for it. It wasn't him. And the campaign was gonna be so much fun. Oh my god, we're gonna have these. There's even like a crazy open mission that we have again, right? Where we bring back Park from Cold War. But even then, it makes you beg the question, what's going on with this, man?
Eating the fishes.
Oh, by the way, if anybody ever asks you why Cold War, I will say this right now. Why Cold War or why Black Ops 6 would be considered better than Modern Warfare 2023? Easy. I'm gonna give you right here an example. In Modern Warfare 23, you, the player, barely will ever hear music and will have these annoying missions where you're playing inside Warzone maps, right? But then, in Cold War and in Black Ops 6, you will have missions where you're playing with your teammates, right? And even in the open missions, you're gonna play with teammates and everything, and it's gonna be fun. But in Modern Warfare 23, they give you these missions where you're by yourself to complete an objective in a small minimap. It felt like an extraction shooter. There was no campaign for Modern Warfare 23. It was just random side bits here and there, and if you were lucky, you had a teammate in some of the missions. And then what is it? In 2022, people were like, oh, they're afraid of killing off characters. There's no stakes in the story, and it's just missiles. It's just missiles. In the first Modern Warfare like remake, it was just it was chemicals, and now it's missiles. What is it in 2023? It's chemical missiles. Literally, they couldn't come up with anything original for being like the thing that brings stakes to this. And then we got Makarov. Holy crap, they murdered Makarov, dude. I don't think you understand. Makarov is not the same Makarov we got from the original game. Like, I understand everybody's supposed to say it's a remake, it's supposed to be a new game. We're gonna get a Makarov and everything. It's gonna be fun. He's gonna be in the back of the game. He's the main villain. That wasn't the main villain. That was a pariah. That dude was like, for Mother Russia, Russia, and I'm like, that's not what Makarov was about. If I remember directly, Makarov in the first games, in the OG games, he was like a terrorist, dude. He was literally one of the worst characters. Like, not worse as in like, oh, he's badly written. No. He was a villain, bro. He was going up for everybody. you were in his way, he was gonna kill you. He would use you as a tool. Literally the most iconic, controversial mission for Modern Warfare, not for Modern Warfare,